Hello, everyone. It's Justin, your favorite magical spiritual Negro. You're welcome. Okay, so there's a lot going on right now, just in general. But I'm going to try to be brief. I always say that, and it's never brief, but I'm going to try. Anyway, so what I've been looking at in terms of this whole situation, I know that, oh, hi, Uncle Art. I know that there's a lot of debate out there right now about whether or not it was racially motivated or not racially motivated. Because I look at both sides of the argument in the aisles and things like that, because uh, truth be told, I'm a sellout. I'm a sellout to Christ, and that's the perspective in which I look at everything. So, yeah, he goes against every culture because he has his own culture and his own standards. So, let's look at it from that perspective. But anyway, so I've been looking at it from that, and I can't help but conclude that that is racially motivated. And here's the reason why. I think that there is, based on just interactions that I've been having with um, European Americans, since I'm an African American, European Americans, right? Is that there is this, oh, hello, Pastor Sunday. There's this mythos of the big black guy, right? This mythos of the savage, huge, muscular, alpha male black man. That's why it's called the big scary black man, right? And it seems to be confirmed through the music and the style and the attitude, all these things. I mean, the Green Mile is based off of that. We have, the big black guy, who's threatening, the smaller, maybe beta white dude or whatever it is, And if you think that that is not in some people's heads in terms of trying to prove something, you are sadly mistaken. And here's the thing about it: you might actually be one of the people that are actually participating in that, right? Using blackness to say that, look how much of a racist I am not. I have these black friends. Look, I'm not scared of that big black dude, And it's always, or look how hip I am, because I can speak a little bit like this, when I get around black people. You know what I'm saying? There's always this kind of game to prove something. And I'm just saying this: be comfortable in the culture that you are in. Don't switch up, to prove something about what you are not. That's called, in Christianity, there's called an adversary, an accuser of the brethren, right? And don't let accusation that's in your head that no one's talking about get at you, because I have a suspicion that this person was so arrogantly putting his knee in this guy because he was one of the prototypical scary black dudes. And he wanted to make an example to show how tough he was, how he conquered the savage African animal. And who's talking about this still? Why are we still talking about this? Why are we still having this idea of the savage, scary black dude? Where's the insecurity coming from? Who are you trying to prove these things to? Why are you trying to catalog, I've had this black experience and that black experience, I mean, this is kind of weird. There is an insecurity, and I think it comes from a ton of accusation. A ton of accusation following just European Americans. Of not being good enough or tough enough, or this whole idea, and it's this smells of insecurity. And even though there may be this big scary black dude mythos out there for you to prove something to your boys or to whoever, it still makes you look weak because of the lack of protection for said big scary black dude. There's not a lot of protection out there, obviously. So you're going to prove something to someone based off of this accusation that no one's actually talking about against the people who really aren't protected like that. I mean, culturally, we have a tough time even like covering one another. So we are great candidates for people just to mess with us. You know? Like, even what, I mean, even black people themselves, believe that I should be bigger or have a certain style about me. I got made fun of all the time because I wasn't black enough from the black kids. So even we believe that we got to be this super strong alpha male type of person, and then when some people outside of our culture believe the BS that we're putting out there, and they don't know anything about black people other than what they see on MTV, on VH1, on music albums, all that stuff. They believe that we actually are like that. And most of y'all are soft. Most of y'all are soft out there. Well, actually, I won't say most of y'all. A good portion of y'all are soft. Of the tough guy, most tough guys are really soft. They don't want to be hurt because they love a whole lot. But some of y'all believe this stuff. Stop believing everything you see on TV. It's not real. It really is not real. Stop shooting at us because you feel threatened because you saw something on TV and that's in your head. Stop that. It's not real. Stop shooting. It's not real. If you're getting worked up because you're watching TV all the time about these threats and this threat and this threat and this threat, stop watching it. It's screwing up your brain. You're shooting at things and reacting to things that you need to be reacting to all the time. Which is why I don't watch the news. I'm trying to focus in on success. Not trying to avoid everything that's going to kill me in my life, because I can't do that because that's impossible. Like a giant meteor can come down and hit me in the head and kill me. I don't know what's going to kill me. Something's going to try to, but I can't spend my life trying to avoid everything all the time. The news is just a death cult. It's a death. It's pimping death. And because you're trying to avoid all these things, including the big scary black guy, you're reacting too much. So please, by the mercies of God, for my European Americans, please get out of this mind frame that it's a subconscious thing. I'm going to have a black friend to prove I'm not racist. It's like counting something. I'm not to be counted. I'm just a human being. I'm a skinny black nerd. My try is more has to do with, Jesus people and being a nerd and things like that, than necessarily, trying to be a big scary black dude. I'm not a tough guy. Don't shoot me because you're thinking that I'm going to be this thing that I'm not. Don't prove something. Don't prove something to each other. Don't objectify people. No one should be objectifying anyone, because you can objectify women. You can objectify different cultures to prove something to you. This is just recent insecurity. So I'm just asking you, think about these things. If you're getting information that is making you hostile towards a certain group of people, stop looking at information because you've turned your brain off and you're just reacting now. As I think exactly what happened with this guy when he put his knee on this person. It's almost like a safari type of thing, you know what I'm saying? Like where they have, the safari pictures of, the guy who kills the savage beast and everything, It looks a lot like that. It looks really, really bad. Because I need to prove that I am adventurous, or I'm tough, or I'm You corny, bruh. All this stuff is corny now. If you want to prove how tough you are, be successful in your purpose, because that requires hardcore endurance. That's why almost no one does it. You can quit your ambition and your purpose and your drive by settling into a 9-to-5. You can go ahead and quit that stuff into, just settling for this, that, and the third. It can be good things you're settling for, but you're settling nonetheless. If you want to prove you're hardcore, you're tough, endure. endure all the no's and rejections and the failures and all those things in order for you to be successful. If you want to prove that you're hardcore. Because I weigh, what, $1.25. And I'm tougher than a lot of people out here. Because I'm enduring. This stuff ain't easy. What I'm trying to do in terms of my career, in terms of my website, in terms of my content, in terms of my church, in terms of all these things, I'm doing it, and my attitude is that I'm going to do it despite what you do to me. If I can employ that attitude and impart that on whoever is watching, then I will have been successful in this whole video. Because you gotta start thinking about what's actually making you tough. What you think is making you tough. Sitting out there in the street fighting people does not make you tough. I guarantee you it makes you weak because you caught up in your emotions and you don't have enough maturity to just calm down and think about the impact you're going to have on your family and the people around you. That's called immaturity. When you just think about you the entire time and just reacting in fear all the time, that's called immaturity. Chill out. Okay? If you want to prove that you're hardcore, you're not going to do it by beating up people, by harming people, or by stacking the deck and saying that, I'm not racist. I have all these black people, or I'm not racist. I have all these white people. I'm not homophobic. Let me go ahead and count on my gay friends. Stop objectifying people. That's all I'm asking you to do. So, I'm gonna stop. But I just wanted to bring that up, maybe like and share, because I hope the message actually just does what's supposed to do. But please, stop taking in information that is making you feel froggy towards a group of people. You should never feel that way. That means you've turned your brain off. You're not even making decisions for yourself anymore. And TV is not news, y'all. It is Lifetime original movies. It is content based off of a true story. It is not objective news. If you want objective news, stop being lazy and read the stuff for yourself. Watch the whole video of what someone said or whatever it may be, and then decide for yourself and then share that. Because here's the thing about it. The media is driving some of y'all insane. Some of y'all are genuinely so mad that you can't even focus in on your purpose because the news is always feeding you full of bad news to where you're concentrated on all these things that you can't even stop and help. The thing that you can do is control your attitude and your actions. What are you going to do? Are you going to let this whole death thing sit there and make you afraid as a black person to go out there and accomplish what you need to accomplish? Or are you going to let this whole incident be like, you know what? Success is the best revenge. I'm going to be a trendsetter rather than following what the news narrative wants me to do, which is to me to feel bad about my blackness and to elevate white people to gods. That somehow white people can control my destiny? Oh, I wish that you would. I wish that you would stop me from accomplishing what I'm going to accomplish in Christ Jesus. I wish that you would. Because I'm going to embarrass you. You ain't going to stop none of this. There's people in the prior days of the civil rights movement, may have been killed or whatever it is, but it didn't stop one thing. They were successful in making and manifesting that purpose. And because of that, they were an example to lead into greater things. So, white folks are not gods. Black people, I'm talking to you right now. White folks are not gods. They cannot stop you from doing anything. Do not burn anything down. Build. Do it better. Because I can think of nothing more embarrassing than someone outside of your tribe doing better in your tribe. That's why people don't like Eminem. I'm just saying, bro. Like, that's the sweetest revenge right there. I schooled you in your own game. Oh my god. So let's move towards that. Anyway, love you all very much. Again, if you're feeling anxious and angry, step away from the media circus. Please, please. It's not real. It is there to get your emotions. I'm a media company. Justin Fox Media. Keyword media. A media company. I know what's actually happening, what they're actually doing. It is about telling a story to get an emotional reaction to you to watch their stuff. That's what a movie is. So it doesn't mean that you're actually getting the information. The information is boring. But if I can weave a narrative to piss you off or to make you scared or to elicit some kind of reaction out of you, then you'll watch. So how much can you count on the media giving you actual information alone? Probably not much. Again, if you want information, look it up yourself. Do not be lazy because you can't afford to be lazy, because all that anger you're bringing to your kids, you're bringing to your spouse, you're bringing it into your home, and you're sitting there all mad and pissed off and everything, and you're letting them around you suffer. So sit back, examine your own life. Examine yourself is what the Bible says. Examine yourself. Are you in the purpose that God is putting into you? People ain't going to like that purpose, probably. Your family ain't going to like that purpose. But it's better than sitting here mad when you could be using that energy to go towards something good. You can do it. I believe in you. All right. I'm going to shut up this time for real. Love you all very much, and I'll hit you up in the remix. Bye-bye!